Maybe it's the full moon or something like that. But yeah, I put this scrap thing in here and dangling over the edge, and it's so awkward. I can't move it. It's actually stuck on some scrap inside there. Why do they play that music in the background, you know? Can't have it, I get to talk over it so it doesn't become a problem. So don't mind my useless yapping, just covering up the music. Because I guess you're not supposed to have more than 15 minutes of clearly played music or something like that. It's in the background, so it don't matter. It's not background music, it's just ambient. I have no control. I have no control over the fact that it's playing. I mean, where are my rights as a YouTube creator to make my own videos and not have the ambient sound of, well, music which belongs to the company has a right to play the music. They pay for it. That's fine. But I should also have the right as a YouTube creator to have that playing in the ambient fashion, not of my own making, and not have to worry about it. Does that make sense? Or am I talking off the wall again and turning into Planet Earth? You know the channel. Yeah, so sorry, not a lot of scrapping this weekend. A lot of fussing with the property. This is an endless battle. So one of the ideas that's crossed into my head is, I know how much Miss Tidy Whitey loves her trees. Well, her trees are growing over onto my property, in my airspace. So maybe I should be like the 5-year-old bully that plucks the wings off of a fly and pluck one major limb off of one of her trees that's growing over onto my yard at a time. Every time she calls the government, she loses a limb. Ha 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 ha, LOL. I mean, obviously you can't do anything illegal or harmful. You know, they could get you locked up, etc. That wouldn't do anybody any good. I mean, my family they need me. Look at this person slowing down. Okay, so I'm slowing down. Now watch. They'll speed up. Kingdom, you're a psychopath. Let's move the camera over that way. Now it's slowing down. Now it's speeding up. Now it's slowing down. Now, see, if I go on past this car will start speeding up. Which it just did. It started speeding up. It's still in that lane right there. Oh, it's a scrapper guy. He's going to follow me home. Oh, good. What's wrong with people? water, there's no sewer, and well, on this street there's curbs, but most don't have any curbs. It's just a road, and there's no street lights, or if there are, they're very few and far between, and also there's no sidewalk. There we go. Nighttime video, I gotta stay out of the dark areas. Oh, here comes a popo, and you know the law. I don't know if this is true in the UK, but or Australia, but it's called Scots law, and you have to pull over if the lights are approaching at you or from behind you. It's called Scots law because some firefighter by the name of I think it was a firefighter. His first name was Scott. I don't know. I gotta Google it, but it happened in Chicago, and some drugged up person that wasn't supposed to be driving in the first place ran over a first responder. He was struck and killed by I think it was a firefighter who was responding to a car accident, and this drunk driver ran right into him behind the fire engine, and you know, I guess he lost his legs, and I guess he died from shock or something. I have to Google it to know exactly, but I do remember it happened on I-57, the Dan Ryan Expressway in Chicago. So if this law is everywhere, if it's like worldwide or whatever, it's because of that. Because of that one incident. Well, I mean, it's happened many times, but I guess that one incident was the straw that broke the camel's back, and that's when they passed that law. Which I guess that makes sense, you know. If everybody pulls over, you don't have all kinds of traffic commotion. And first responders have clear access. And I'm not finding much scrap, just a reason to yap. Right? I don't know. I'm not finding nothing. Could be a scrapper up there if the hazard's on. Should I do a 3-point turn and go and check it out? Check out my hunch? What do you think? I'll go check out my hunch. I see a large vehicle with hazards on. Well, if it's a large vehicle with hazards on, it's probably a pickup truck, right? Wait a minute. They backed into the driveway. Looks like they're finding something. videos lately, they suck. Yeah, I know. Anytime I'm not putting out videos, or if my videos kind of suck, that's because too much is going on. And yeah, with that, I think we'll at least call it a video. More scrapping tomorrow, that's for darn sure. I think. There's the slow turtle guy. I guess the neighbor doesn't want you to go. Kingdom, you're psycho. I'm just doing it for the video. I hope there's no kids out at this hour. Jeez. There's no sidewalks in this neighborhood, and my kids all learned to ride a bike at a older age because of this area that they were raised in, except for Dominic. He spent his younger years in Chicago and in Oak Lawn, Illinois. But my daughters grew up out here where there's no sidewalk. No sidewalk, no ride bike. There's sidewalk on the other side, but that belongs to a different town. On my side, there's no sidewalk. So, no ride bike. No sidewalk, no ride bike. That's simple. Sidewalk, you could ride bike. No sidewalk, no ride bike. Not too hard to figure out. Yeah, as nice as this place looks, Kingdom, there's a lawnmower sitting in your front lawn. Yep. I don't know if that was a ball joint I just felt or what. I didn't like the feeling of that though. That Lincoln because the fucktards around here, whenever there's a full moon out, weird shit happens around this neighborhood. Like people like to hide over here. See where that car is at right there? People like to park behind that car in that dark spot. See between streetlights? It's dark right there. Well, they pull up right there and they can see straight into my house. But see that big old dead tree right there? If you're looking from inside my house over into that spot, you cannot see any car sitting there. You have to come outside of the house to see that. And when you do that, then they're aware that you're out there. So, whenever trouble is brewing around here, you'll see a car just sitting there, totally dark, no lights on, just sitting there. And today, there's a full moon, and this is the problem. Okay. Whenever there's a full moon around this place, there's trouble. Full moon, let's see. Well, the cunt next door calls the government. Well, Kingdom, if you know that, yeah, they have a habit of calling the government when just around like the holidays or just before the school year starts, just before summer starts, like towards the end of the spring. Yeah, so right around 4th of July, they'll do it. They usually call the EPA around the 4th of July. I don't know what the significance of that is, but why would they call it EPA? Well, you know, they go and look at the my septic system, which you're supposed to have pumped every 3 years, and I have it pumped every year. Okay, so, you know, the last time they called, 2 sheriff officers came out, along with the EPA and the health department, and they went around looking all over my property for the source of this alleged sewer smell. You know, like a backing up septic system. And they spent a half an hour walking back and forth on my property in the backyard, looking for the source of a non-existent smell. So it was totally unfounded. The lady next door claimed that the septic system was backing up and sewerage, can't say the word, was leaking out all over my backyard. And it's frustrating because there doesn't seem to be any good way of retaliating against these people. Kingdom, why are you spending all your time thinking about this? Because it's frustrating. This place right here is frustrating. I should never have moved here. The guy next door has got a problem with me cutting down my bushes on my property. I'm cutting my bushes down because they're a bit overgrown, and well, I stopped the process. But I need to pick back up on it before the growing season stops, because I want them to kind of grow out and look attractive, you know, for like next year. Because I would love to have this house in complete ship shape, so I would have the option of selling it, getting rid of it, and finding a suitable place to live that's not stressful. Not stressful. I have easy access to finding all the scrap that I could ever want. I could tinker on my cars if I want. I could just be me. Well, Kingdom, you're gonna have to bullshit. My brother always goes, "Oh, you should move back into the city." I'm like, no, hell no. Chicago, that's a mean place. That is not a place for me. It's not welcoming. That is not a happy place. It's an expensive place to live. That's a bad place. Not for me. And with this video, I think I'm gonna call it quits.